Now, if you are one of those that hate coconut fruit, I mean the coconut we know, as you can see in this image, then you need to listen to this video. Again, if you are one of those that aim to maintain a healthy body naturally, if you are desiring to focus on natural, clean foods, unadulterated foods, remember that there are just very few foods that are still unadulterated. And you will need this kind of food when you are managing some degenerating ailments. Sometimes you are managing some ailments. All you need is non-toxic, clean foods like the coconut. Coconut is one of those such foods. And in this very video, I want to give you 7 reasons why you need to start including this very food in moderation. Yes, we know that coconut is high in saturated fat, and through awareness, a good number of us are also aware that the fats found in the coconut are healthy fats. A good number of them are for disease fighting. Now, that's about the coconut oil. Most times we'll be talking about the oil, but in this very video, I want to focus on the coconut fruit, the coconut meat, that white fleshy part of the coconut. Why you should snack on it. Now, a good number of times when you want to snack or when you want to have something, I mean, in between the meals, or you just want something to keep your gastric mucosa working, the point is that it seems there is virtually nothing. Everything is carbohydrates. The biscuits, the breads, the carbonated drinks, it seems there is nothing. And that is why I thought to talk about the coconut meat. And another reason also is that I have benefited immensely by consuming these fruits while trying to take back my health. The coconut was one of the first fruits that I focused on it. And finally, another reason I thought to do it, I had seen some videos online recently condemning the coconut as not good for snacking.
You want to
condemning
use
the
it,
coconut fruit that people
do not snack on this.
That it is high
Coconut
in saturated
is
fat
very
and all
high
kinds of
in
negative
calories.
thoughts about the coconut. And it is something I need to educate us. And I felt it's time I need to educate us, or rather remind us that this is not one of the foods you should be avoiding, irrespective of your age. And it is these reasons I want to highlight just a few of them. Now, the coconut, as we know it, is a raw food. And what does that mean? It's one of those foods that are uncooked. It has not passed through, heat. It has not passed through any form of processing. The coconut we know is neat, clean as it is from the tree. There is no form of, adulteration or using of chemical on the coconut, as we know today concerning our fruits. Much of the love fruits like apples, oranges, mangoes, bananas, a lot of these fruits are something else because of sometimes they are forced to ripen, sometimes other chemicals are used on them because of commercial purposes. But because a good number of people are also avoiding the coconut, you will not say that coconut is a fast-selling snack, because people believe it's high in saturated fat. People have been misinformed over the years about it. And so a lot of people don't see it as people don't actually think of it because they feel it's not protein. They don't add sugar. So many reasons people have for not wanting to snack on coconut. But after this very video, you definitely have to change your mind and start snacking in moderation because of the saturated fat content. Are you aware that the coconut meat is also a source of calcium? Many of you are not aware. The calcium you need for your bones. So if you are having bone-related issue and you are avoiding milk and you are avoiding a lot of other foods, then you need to start snacking on the coconut in order to preserve your bone and reduce the rate at which the mineralization of your bones starts to take up. I mean, you don't have to allow your bones, the minerals in your bones, to continue to go down, because that is what happens gradually, unless you start consuming foods like the coconut in moderation. There are certain foods that actually helps you to destroy your bone mineral density. And so if you are one that is having bone issues, put coconut as one of the foods you should snack on. Then another reason, because of its minerals, it's a source of calcium, zinc, potassium, and other nutrients that you need, including that. And number two is it's a source of quality energy, which comes from its saturated fat content. We need energy for our daily activities. Sometimes when you are managing certain ailments, you do not have to depend on carbohydrates for your energy. The original source of energy for us, human, is not actually so much of carbohydrates as we often do today. If you need quality, sustaining, and long-lasting energy, you need to get it from healthy fats, such as the coconut. And so if you are one that is always weak because you have been restricted in terms of diet, you need to start taking coconut. Number three is, if you want to aid your digestion, and this is also very common among ailing people, people who are weak, people who are sick, whether you are managing kidney problems, coconut is a healthy food for you. These are people that are very careful with what they eat. Such people should put coconut, give it a try, because coconut is a metabolism boosting food. That's number three. Number four, coconut is easily digestible. Yes, let me explain this aspect. Now, when you are also managing some ailments, you need to go for easily digestible foods, food that won't give your stomach stress. In addition to being a raw food, which makes it easily accessible for your body, the coconut is one of the short chain foods. When we talk of long chain, you can get those ones from foods like meat, eggs, and the rest. Not to say that it's altogether bad for you, but if you are talking of foods that are easily digestible, that have the short chain digestion, coconut is one of them. It's not going to give you gas. All those stomach wumbling and all those problems with stomach, sometimes due to indigestion, it doesn't come up if you snack on the coconut. It's going to give you quality energy. Then number five is it's an antibacterial food, so it doesn't feed yeast. So if you are battling any ailment, you do not have to consume foods that will sponsor or support the disease. You need foods to snack on, things that have antiviral and antibacterial properties, antifungal properties, like the coconut, to support you, whether you're on medication or not, to support in reducing the viral load of bacteria in your body. You need to start snacking on it so that it will be serving not only as a food for you or as a snack, but also as medicine. That's exactly what I did when I was trying to take my health back, trying to recover from stomach ulcer. Stomach ulcer is one of the ailments that when you are going through it, you are almost afraid of anything called food, because you don't know which one is going to trigger it. But then it was only coconut that I was so confident of, that I could eat them without any trouble. And so those that are having gut-related problems, digestive issues, coconut is one of the very good foods you should be snacking on. Then number six. Now, if you want to lose weight, maintain a healthy weight, don't be deceived. Coconut is the food of choice. Because I have heard again and again people, uploading videos saying coconut makes you fat. But I remember that when I was actually snacking on coconut all the time, I was so skinny. When I say skinny, most of the videos people talk about, they haven't even tried it. It's always good to try out something before you come to talk about it. I have snacked on coconut for 6 months, and I found out I was so skinny. I mean, very, very skinny. Why? Because it's a metabolism boosting food. It doesn't stay long in your digestive tract as some other foods. The longer a food stays in your body, the more likely it's going to be converted to fat. Coconut does not stay like that. And you also know that there are some studies and research showing that when they were tested or erroneously used to fatten some livestock, thinking that it will make them fat, it turned out the other way, that the livestock were healthy, smart, always wanted to eat, and even trim. They were not fat as expected because their owners were expecting to have a very fat livestock to make more money. And they were feeding them with coconut. That's what some studies have, we found out in some studies. So they were feeding them with the coconut because it was cheap and readily available. In countries like the Southern Pacific, we know of the popular Western Price who went about, testing those that are eating coconut and to check their health status. He found out there were no obesity there. Even heart-related problems was virtually non-existent in those countries. But today, we have been made to believe that saturated fat in coconut will give you heart disease because of the saturated fat and several other times. Because of this, misinformation, a lot of people abandoned this healthy food. And I want you to understand that it is one of the healthiest snacks that you should be keeping around you. Being mindful of the fact also that it's a sort of saturated fat, so that you should not overdo it. And the coconut fruit contains the oil too, which we normally extract. But when you consume the coconut fruit, you are consuming the coconut milk, the coconut oil, the fiber, and every other thing in it. And so it's a complete package for you. Now, the coconut meat also helps you to fight diseases. It's a disease-fighting food. Helps you to fight diseases like diabetes. Yes, you heard me. It helps you fight insulin resistance. Apart from helping you to fight diseases like candida, it's one of the top foods that fights yeast. And so you need to start snacking on it if you have access to coconuts. But bearing in mind that it is one of the nuts with the highest saturated fat content. But know also that these are healthy fats. It is because of these fats that a lot of people have abandoned the coconut. And a lot of people are making videos condemning the coconut, that you should avoid it because it's going to make you fat. My dear, the coconut does not make you fat. It's something I have tested. I have tried it. It's going to make you slim. Something I have consumed. And it's one of the healthiest snacks if you take it sparingly, because it does not bring in toxins, because it does not introduce yeast. It does not feed disease. And the sugar in it is not such that is, speedily released. And so, my dear, start snacking moderately on fresh coconut, because it is healthy for you. And if you've been avoiding coconut and you have good reasons or some things that you have experienced negatively because you are consuming coconut, can you please drop it in the comment section? Let us know about it. But as for me, coconut remains one of the healthiest snacks if you take it in moderation. And don't forget, food is our medicine, but moderation remains our rule. If you like this message, kindly share it and hit the subscription button for more like it. Thank you for watching.